Hello children, welcome to social science class. Before I start my class today, I want to say something that how many of you have visited village? If you have visited village, you must have seen that vast areas are covered with different types of vegetation, and most of the vegetation is not natural vegetation. Tall trees, different types of plant, then different types of crops like paddy, wheat, all these things. And if it is not natural vegetation, that means some activities involved in this, in the growing of this vegetation. And the activity which is involved for the growth of this type of vegetation is known as agriculture, and the person who involves in doing all these activities are known as farmer. So today we shall read about this agriculture, about the primary activities agriculture. And it is not so easy thing that the transformation from a plant to a finished product is a long process. So many activities involved within this, and that is known as agriculture. You know that agriculture is a primary activities. Listen, to get a final product and that final product should reach to the consumer, it involves three different activities. One is primary activities, then is secondary activities, third one is tertiary activities. Primary activities includes growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers and rearing of livestock, and primary activities mostly it is connected with extraction and production of natural resources. Agriculture, fishing and gathering are good examples of these primary activities. So children, today we shall read about the primary activities agriculture. Agriculture is a primary activities. It includes growing crops, fruits, vegetables, flowers and rearing livestock. In the world, 50% of the persons are engaged in agricultural activities. In our country, 2/3 of India's population is dependent on agriculture. The word agriculture has come from the Latin word agri or azar, which means soil, and culture means cultivation. And there are other primary activities also there, like agriculture, sericulture, viticulture, pisciculture, horticulture. Agriculture means the science and art of cultivation on the soil, raising crops and rearing livestock. Then sericulture, where the silkworm is reared, that is known as sericulture. Viticulture means the cultivation of grapes. Pisciculture means breeding of fish on a special tank or ponds. And horticulture means growing crops and vegetables. These are known as horticulture. Okay, so these are also comes under primary activities. Agriculture or farming, there are varieties of farming, or there are different types of farming. Now we shall read about the types of farming. Just you see that these farming activities basically divided into two types. One is subsistence farming, another one is commercial farming. Subsistence farming is a farming which is done in low scale, and it is mostly used for the family of the farmer, for the farmer's family, and it is everything in low scale. It means the laborer class also, mostly the family members of the farmer, they engaged in the as a laborer, and the tools and equipments also used, manual tools and equipments, and everything is done in a small scale, that is known as subsistence farming. And commercial farming, where everything is done in a large scale, and it is not only used for the families of farmer, mostly it is used for the means commercial purpose. That means by selling the product they earn the money. Instead of using at home, they sell the product and get the money. That is commercial farming, and it is done in large scale by using mostly sophisticated equipments and machines. Okay, and again the subsistence farming is divided into two types, intensive and primitive. And again this primitive subsistence farming is divided into two types. One is shifting cultivation. It is nomadic herding. It includes under this primitive activities. Okay children, primitive farming. Okay children, now I want to conclude here. I want to conclude my class, and next part of the chapter we will discuss in the next class. Tomorrow we will have Google Meet class, and whatever doubts you are having I will clarify there. Till then, thank you and have a good day.